Bikes from the trash pile are brought back to life and are put into the hands of those that cherish them the most, Calgary kids. To explain more about the program, it's called Bikes for Kids. It's Bob Grunwald, who's the marketing director with Bow Cycle and Sports. By the way, you can follow along the conversation by going to hashtag Bikes for Kids. 23 years you've been doing this, Bob. Why?
Well, part of the reason was just to keep our mechanics busy over the winter. The other reason is that we get a lot of people trying to get rid of their old bikes. Kids grow them and they need a place to take them to move them on. They're not in great shape. So just drop them off at Bow in the months of November and early December, and we'll clean them up and get them in the hands of various charities around the city to disperse them.
And that's what you're doing. You're getting bikes literally dropped off at your place. I'm sure it may have started by almost a necessity, like, oh my gosh, what do we do with all these bikes? Because after a while, you know, kids grow older, that they want maybe an upgrade their bikes. So you probably had a situation where you're thinking, man, what are we going to do with these bikes?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of bikes out there, and we you know, over the years, Bow Cycles had a lot of customers come through the doors buying bikes, and it's not just our bikes; it's bikes from you know, various vendors coming into our place over the winter. They need to get rid of them, and there's not a marketplace. At least there wasn't at the time to move these bikes. A
lot of people will say to themselves, yeah, you know, I've got a few bikes in my garage, Phoenix, what do I do with it? I mean, they've just been sitting there for years. I don't ride very much, so do I just chuck them in the trash? A lot of people do that, so a lot of folks in Calgary are looking for options of what to do with the bikes, and you're providing them those options as well. Does it matter the condition?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Even if it's unrepairable, we'll dismantle it as much as we can, and we work with Calgary Metal to recycle them.
So there are some bikes, let's be honest here, that are beyond repair.
Yes.
True?
There are some bikes beyond repair. Wheels are completely trashed or the frame is broken. We cannot repair them, and there's no way that we can make it rideable safely. So
then if I decide that I want to drop off my bike to Bow Cycle, you're saying to me, okay, just make sure the wheels are manageable. Do they need reflectors? Do the brakes have to be operable? Give us a feel of what you're looking for as you screen bikes.
I'm sure our mechanics like it. More operable, the better.
Yeah.
But we do our best to make them workable. We work with some great suppliers in Norco and Specialized. They supply us with tires and tubes, handlebar grips.
Come on, eh? That's great.
Saddles to help us, you know, get bikes refurbished. So little things like that are quite easy to be done. You know, definitely, you know, if we look at a bike and it's just a rear tire that needs truing, that's easily done. If it's completely bent, but the rest of the bike's salvageable, we might have a wheel from another bike. We'll make a bike work out of two of them.
Is the idea to get these bikes to kids before Christmas? For Christmas, or I mean, like a little Christmas gift, like, hey, look what's under the tree?
Well, we work with some great charities. Magic Christmas is probably one of the biggest ones we work with.
Yeah.
They get all their bikes mid-December, and then they deliver them
from you guys,
from us, and they deliver them before Christmas.
Oh, come on! So, can you imagine that moment? I mean, I don't know if you've had that chance where you've actually been there when the kids are receiving the present or the gift of a bike, but I can't even imagine what that must be like.
I know, like from one of the owners, when he delivered a few of the bikes, the looks on their faces, it's one of the great joy things. You know, when you see a kid get his first bike, it's similar, but when someone's really deserving on the bike and for a reason, you know, they don't have one, but they really appreciate it, it's something that really makes you feel good. Oh,
I bet it does. These organizations that you're working with, explain, you said one of them's called Miracles.
Magic of Christmas.
What are they about?
I believe they're non-denominational.
Okay.
They take in gifts from all over. They usually get a warehouse in the Northeast filled up completely, make hampers for hundreds of families, and then deliver them all before Christmas.
And including some of your bikes?
Yes.
There's another organization you're working with as well, too.
We work with the Kiwanis Club of Chinook. They take a lot of our bikes. Now, they do it year-round, but they also help out a lot with other charities at Christmas. We're a second middleman, I guess.
Yes.
We've worked with For the Love of Children. We've worked with various you know, women's groups, shelters where they have kids brought in. They need to give them some for Christmas. We're always glad to help out with things like that.
That's amazing. You know, and as I look at your website as well, too, www.bowcycle.com, there's a lot of things that you have going on, and this is just one of many. If someone would like to get involved with this program, can they just volunteer their time? Can they just knock on your door, Bob, and say, hey, here I am. I know a little bit about bikes. Can I help?
We try to avoid that just because we want to make sure the person's skilled enough, because we will look for small defects that will will cause a problem. They have to know how to crack, if the frame's cracked, we cannot give it out.
Gotcha.
They have to know how to true wheels, and we want to make sure that there is a safety level. It's just like with a new bike, we can't just give a box bike to a person, it voids the warranty. For us, we want to make sure our mechanics are looking at these to make sure they're in great
speed for the kids.
Great
I love
working
it.
conditions.
And it's for kids of all ages. Do you give some to adults as well, or just for kids?
We do give some to adults as well.
Look at that, eh?
We get lots of bikes of various sizes. Groups like Two Wheel View will also take some of our bikes.
Nice.
And then we also work with Bikes for Humanity. We kind of do a trade. They get some kids bikes and we get some adult bikes.
Love it.
That we can't necessarily give away to kids, but there is, they'll take them and they'll take them overseas and where they get repurposed.
Wow, you guys are doing your part. Much appreciated. Thanks, Bob.
We try.
Bob is with the marketing with Bow Cycle and Sports. He's the marketing director. Again, the program is called Bikes for Kids. Still to come, yep, bull riding finds a new home right here in Calgary. More about that, but first, here's what's happening in and around Calgary. This is Trending on Shaw.